Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Footlong Pony podcast with Nathan and Robbie.
Yep.
I also have my lovely wife, Megan, here today. Say hi, sweetie.
Hello.
Robbie, how you doing today?
Great. How about you?
Not too bad. Excited for our first episode.
I'm pumped.
So, Robbie has a pressing issue he wants to talk about with Michigan football.
Yes. Exciting news. Offensive coordinator from Alabama, Josh Gaddis. Is this a good or bad thing? What do you think?
Well, their offense can't be much worse.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, see, it looks like at the end of the year, Bama finished in the top 10 at number 6. Michigan finished at a whopping 49th.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, rough. This is one of those things. Do you think this will benefit them at all?
I don't know. I mean, look at all the assistants that have come and gone through Alabama with Saban. I mean, like it's kind of like Belichick. Like, how many of them actually are good?
Yeah.
There's like the guy who's coaching Georgia.
Kirby Smart.
He's doing
Kirby
well.
Smart.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, who else? Like, there's not much else going on. But, you know, like, you get all those Belichick assistants. They do jack shit when they leave him.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went to coach the Broncos, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, he was one of the guys since 2001.
Yeah, and then what's his name that's coaching the Lions right now? He just left that.
Matt Patricia,
that's right.
He's got a nice beard, though.
He
His
does.
last name is Patricia?
Kind of reminds
Oh.
His name's Matt Patricia.
I've never heard that last name before. That's an interesting last name.
It's like Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Two first
Yeah,
names.
it's kind of.
It's two first names. Now you got to like.
Yeah, two first names.
But it's like a man and a woman. Well, like
He can
Patricia's
decide what he wants to be.
Gotcha. I thought because you had two first names that made you a man and a woman, regardless of what the two first names were.
See, they couldn't decide. It was one of them like surprise, like we wouldn't tell anybody that we're having a boy or girl. So it was like, well, we're gonna either Matt or Patricia,
or Patricia,
and that's not even their last name.
No.
Patricia's not even his real last name.
No.
But he's like, you know what? We want to name you both.
Yeah,
We love the
the
we
actual
love
last name's like Leslie.
Leslie.
Can't name him Patricia Leslie.
Could you imagine like that? Hi, I'm Patricia Leslie. You're like,
Oh boy.
but you're a man.
Yeah, it's like no matter what you say, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because your name's Patricia Leslie.
Are you sure it's not Patrick? No, it's Patricia. Oh.
Maybe just go by Patrick. Save
Patty.
yourself some yeah, Patty.
Just go by Pat.
Patty.
I'm gonna go make a phone call. Oh. But let's see. Josh Gaddis is his name. Let's see. He played safety for Wake Forest from 03 to 06.
Shit.
Drafted by the Jaguars in 07.
Oh, he actually played in the NFL?
Yeah, he played in the NFL. Shortly, I don't think he played a whole year at Jacksonville because it says that he played for the Bears 07 to 08. So I think
he's probably like a practice squad guy.
yeah, probably. And then he coached at North Carolina in 2010, Western Michigan in 2011, Vanderbilt.
There we go.
Yeah, Vandy.
Commodores, right?
Oh yeah. 2012 to 2013, Penn State. We all love Penn State. Nobody likes Penn State.
Nobody likes Penn State.
My brother likes the Penn State.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nate does. He's a big Penn State.
Yeah.
Well, no,
He
Ty
loves Penn
Ty
State.
likes
Ty
Penn
does
State.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Ty. He's probably listening.
Hey Ty.
Fuck you, Ty.
Penn State from 2014 to 2017, then Bama in 18.
He's been around.
Yeah.
So is he just like a head coach or is he just like a...
Offensive coordinator.
Okay,
Well, he was
gotcha.
like a quarterbacks coach, I think, too.
Yeah.
But he played safety. So I'm
Michigan's
like,
offense was
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
shit last year, like it has been for, I don't know, 50 years now.
Right. I think the only way it's going to work if they utilize the quarterback that they have. Shea Patterson's obviously a hybrid style quarterback. You know, he could pocket pass, but he's real mobile too. So it's like I think it'll work if you use what you have.
So did they fire their old OC then?
I think he took a job. I'm pretty sure he took a job at like Mac school. I think Western Michigan or something. He's like a head coach.
So
there.
he actually got hired somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I was actually worried.
It's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Pretty sure.
You can overcome.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like even if you're bad at your job, you can still get another job. That's impressive. I mean, this is America.
Only in football, you know?
Yeah.
This is America.
Yeah. This is America.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it, dude.
I was thinking the same thing.
But yeah, I'm curious to see how this pans out.
This is gonna be like, if they have another shit season, this is probably the end of Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, we've done everything. Like,
Yeah. Well,
you knew this.
for the
that.
last 4 years that he's coached, I mean, when you
Has
run,
it been 4 years already?
yeah, it's been 4 slow, agonizing years.
Right.
But I will take this 4 years over Rich Rodriguez's era and the Brady Hoke era.
that's true. It's like I think people look at it as a failure, but I mean, it kind of has been a failure, but it's also been pretty good. I mean, it's better than, like I said, it's probably better than the previous 10 years of coaching.
Right.
So maybe just don't get your hopes up so high. Just have really low expectations for everything in life.
I hate
Talk
that.
to a bunch of Chargers fans. They know exactly how to deal
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, like I'm a Chargers fan.
Reds.
You know?
Cincinnati Reds.
I'm a
Reds.
fan. When's the last time
Browns, they
were
do it
good?
too.
1991.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. I was 6.
Generations of families have been killed off this planet since the last time the
Yeah.
Reds won a World Series.
I need to start like not
Don't
liking
put it
teams.
like that. It's
That's
depressing.
A lot of time.
That's awful. I mean, they might do something this year. They picked up
Yeah,
like
for at least a few weeks of the season, I'll be like, "All right, go Reds!"
yeah.
And then,
I do
you
that
know,
every year. Like open
Mhm.
season. Like I'm already excited about baseball already.
Everyone does that.
They'll
yeah.
be 6-4. Like, all right, you know,
Yeah.
things are looking pretty good, and then it's gonna be 6-8. Well, you know, we turn it around. 6-14, 8-20. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm done.
I don't get it about the Reds. It's like they can beat up on teams like the Indians, the Cubs, Red Sox. They'll beat up on like great teams.
I think
Dodgers.
they beat the Dodgers like
Yeah.
4 times
They
last
they,
year.
they swept them.
Yeah, and then they lose to.
The Phillies.
Yeah.
The Braves were actually pretty decent this year, weren't they?
I don't know, dude. I stopped
Marlins?
following baseball pretty early in the season last year.
The Miami Marlins.
I
How
can't
many
just
games
casually
do they
watch baseball.
play?
162.
Yeah, it's. I was talking
It
to.
goes on for like 8 months out of the year.
How many times do they play the same team?
Oh, that's a whole thing. I mean, they'll
Why?
play.
Why? What's the point?
It's. You got some fuzz on you.
I was
You know,
keeping
I
it there.
asked myself that too. It's like why?
But
play
just
so
like,
many
why?
fucking games? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's so many games. It's a revenue thing.
Yeah.
They, you know, like a lot of
Yeah.
people think they should go down to 150 or 140 something. But the owners are not gonna be like, yeah, sure, we'll take 12 less home games every year. Like that's a lot of money. Even for shitty teams like the Reds,
Yeah, I
you're
was gonna say,
selling
like, is it even
you're
worth
selling
it
at
though?
least
Like,
15,000 seats.
Right.
dang. I mean, people will still go to games if
Yeah.
you cut it back. Still,
I
You're
heard
still gonna
minor
make
league
money.
games where it's at. 'Cause I
What,
thought about
minor-
going to like Dayton Dragons or something. Maybe I'll even go to like Clippers.
I don't know enough about baseball to have an input.
I haven't been to a minor league game.
I've never.
My dad used to take us to Clippers games.
Like
That was the last time. I was probably
they were cheap.
no older than 12.
It's
I've
cheap.
been to one baseball game my entire life. I was 10, and we just moved to Ohio, and I went and saw the Reds
Nice.
with my dad and my uncle. I'm trying to remember if Paul was there. That doesn't seem like something he would do, but I don't remember. I just remember I was there and it was hot as shit, and I was
remember
pissed.
the first game I went to, we had like
It's too
nosebleed
hot.
seats, and my mom. It was like we were high up there. It was actually kind of scary being up that high.
Where you at?
Cincinnati Reds.
Oh,
We got like
what was,
nosebleed.
like Riverfront or
Yeah, yes, the original, the OG.
yeah.
Back when them and the Bengals used to, they both played in that stadium.
Yeah, that's true. Like if it's for football, like you're seating.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how many Riverfront had, but
I don't like that.
had to be at least 50.
I've been to one
Probably
Bengals
closer to
game
70.
in Riverfront, and I've been to one in
1,000.
Paul Brown. Dude, I don't know. I was probably like, it was shortly after they won the pennant. So I think it was like the year after. It was like 92, 93. So they were still a decent team at the time. But I remember watching them play the Braves. And dude, my mom just kept like, me and my sister would get like close to the barricade or the the railing, whatever, and she'd be like freaking out, like,
Get
no,
back.
yeah, because she's like afraid of heights, and
Yeah.
it was high.
Fucking topple over that thing. You'll never be seen or heard from again.
Didn't that happen to somebody a few years ago?
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah. Oh, people are always falling.
Oh,
over
always.
railings and
Oh,
dying.
sorry.
Yeah,
I guess
it's-
I just don't realize
swear
how
it happens
stupid.
every year. Some idiot falls over the railing in Houston or something and just dies.
They party too hard in Houston.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about Houston.
Astros, baby. Astros.
Go Stros. All about them Rockets, baby.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about this when we were. I think we went to Rite Aid or something the other day, and I was thinking about Paul Brown, because I hate the Browns. If his last name was a different color, do you think the Browns would be called like the
Oh,
Blues
yeah.
or
The Greens.
the Greens?
It's a stupid fucking name. it's,
What an idiot.
it's like me naming like a team after my last name. Like, oh, go Castles.
Yeah. Hey,
that actually sounds
the
okay.
Castles could be a team.
The Browns are
Yeah.
dumb because it's just like, what are you?
That's like an arena team or something right there.
For the longest time, when I was a kid, I didn't know that the team was named after the owner.
Yeah.
I was just like, who the fuck names their team the Browns?
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
I think I thought it was dumber once I found out that it was named after a person.
See, I was
You-
opposite.
You fucking egotistical motherfucker.
I'm like, who picks the color brown? And like, oh, that's a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
idea.
Why would you willingly do
There's
that to
so many
yourself?
better colors than brown. I'd be like the Cleveland Fuchsias.
The fuchsias.
I know, there's too many people that wouldn't understand
Opal.
what that means.
Yeah.
Well, fuchsia. Everyone's dumb.
I'm named after my cousin.
Yeah.
Fuchsia.
Eddie Fuchsia.
Hey, girl. Shout out to my cousin Fuchsia.
Love you, Fuchsia.
You do your thing.
One love.
One love. She's a strong, independent woman. And she don't need no man. This is going. This is going too.
No, I love it.
All right. So, you got anything you want to cover? Or?
The one thing I want to talk about, I mean, I know it's late, but it's a championship game thing. Is people seem to be there's a groundswell of people thinking that this is like the end of Bama.
Yeah.
Just because they lost, like I don't know, people are thinking that some of the shines wore off or something. But I should have looked this number up. I'm pretty sure they have more national championships since Saban's been there than they have home losses.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, dude. Nick Saban's.
And I think they just picked up the number 1 class again.
Yeah.
Like they're going nowhere.
It's either them or man. I think it is Alabama because I know Michigan finished 4th.
Yeah, it's like like I think
I
maybe
think Texas A&M was up
LSU
there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
See, I'm interested in Texas A&M
Yeah.
with
Jimbo
Jimbo
knows what he's
Fisher.
doing.
Yeah, and him picking up that. And he's gonna start, getting his style players in that system. Dude, I think it's gonna be the team to look out for. And Florida's gonna be big
They're coming
again.
back.
Yeah, SEC might be back because I thought the SEC was overrated this year. Actually, the last few years, and it was just Alabama kind of carrying that, of course. But
It seems like it was a perfect storm of things, like for Clemson to be able to whip their ass like they did. I mean, it was impressive, but it's like I don't think. Well, first of all, they don't get there without benching Kelly Bryant. Like when the season started, 4 games in or whatever, and then them getting beat last year by Alabama.
Yeah.
In that first playoff game, it's one of those things. It's like, you get beat up. It's like, we got to come back and.
yeah,
It's like you're like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Like we're gonna get back and we're gonna beat their ass.
I think they were definitely. I'm gonna say I think they were outcoached.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the fake field goal?
Yeah.
It's like they are lined up in a defense to prevent a fake field goal.
Yeah.
He has to run it anyways. Like they're never gonna see it coming.
Well, you know what was
It's still fake.
Did you see where I thought it was hilarious. It was like the series before that. Bama tried to do some kind of shuffle pass into the end zone and failed miserably. And then Clemson did the same play when they had the ball and scored off of it.
Oh.
Same play. So I'm like, what is going? That's where I was like, they're being outcoached.
Yeah.
And
Well, Nick Saban looked, like he's just like they went forward on 4th down like 3 or 4 times on their on. It's like,
almost
it's like
almost like he was too confident.
Yeah.
I think it was like it's kind of like how OSU blew out Michigan this year. Michigan was going into this game predicted to almost blow out OSU, and it was a complete. And I think it was outcoached. They overlooked. They thought, well, we got this. They thought, hey, we beat Georgia. But then it's like they didn't realize that Georgia got beat by Texas. I had a feeling from the get-go that Clemson was going to win this game. It was just because it was like watching them beat Notre Dame like they did. I was kind of like, holy crap. Notre Dame's not a bad team. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They didn't score a touchdown. They kicked a field goal. Yeah, they had 3 points the whole game. And then when I seen Georgia got beat by Texas, which I'm not taking anything away from Texas, but it was just like I didn't expect that. I was kind of like, man, is Alabama overrated? They haven't played a team like Clemson yet.
Yeah, they played 2 good teams all year,
yeah.
And that was Clemson and Georgia. And like you said, they almost got beat by Georgia. They got their ass whipped by Clemson.
Clemson's defense is solid.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, man, Tua hasn't played against a defense like that.
Yeah.
How does he pan out? And then it was like the first series, he throws a pick 6. I'm like, I was watching at the gym. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, because I don't like Alabama, so I'm instantly just smiling.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it kind of reminded me of remember the Super Bowl with the Broncos and the Seahawks, and it was like the first drive.
Yeah.
The ball gets snapped over Manning's head, and it's a safety or it's a touchdown. 1 or 2. It's like that set the tone for the rest of the game. It's like, man, this is gonna be a fucking shit fest, and that's what it was.
Right.
The Seahawks beat the piss out of them.
But I actually, I don't know. With Alabama, it's like, do I think it's like the end of them? No, I don't think it's the end of them. But I do think it's kind of weird. Everybody's kind of jumping off their bandwagon.
Yeah,
I noticed that too.
It's just I feel like it's people like trying to find some weird take to have. Like everyone wants to be the first person to predict when like a dynasty is gonna fall.
Right.
So then they can go, well, look, I said it first. I was the first one.
Yeah.
Let's pick the playoff games real fast. Colts Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Megan, do you have a pick?
I don't have a pick because I don't know what they look like this year.
Megan takes the Colts.
Take it.
Chargers Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots.
I want to have faith in the Chargers, so I'm gonna say Chargers.
I
feel
hope
like
the Chargers win.
I feel like they're gonna do
I
something real stupid and get
Right.
in by chance.
Yeah.
Look kind of like last week.
Either
when
the Chargers will win because of something stupid, or they'll
Yes.
lose because of something.
Yeah,
stupid.
it'll go either way. It's a 50-50 chance.
It's
Really.
just-
Something stupid's gonna happen, and that will decide if they win.
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna
lose.
take Chargers.
I've been saying this for a long time. Well, since like the Patriots, their dynasty or franchise is really taken off, like they have in the last 20 years, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah,
Since
01,
even before Tom Brady, I mean they were good. Right at the end of Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, they kind of built that team around him, and then Tom Brady kind of came in and took over. But there's 2 types of Patriots. I mean, it's like playoff Patriots are like a whole different team, and it seems like they just know how to win, even if it's uglier and shit.
Yeah,
They know how to win. Then the regular season, it's just like either they're dominant or they're not.
yeah.
And it seems like when they're in the playoffs, man, they just find a way to win. And that's why I'm like, I got a feeling they're going to go to the Super Bowl just because
Probably.
they just do this every time. They find a way to get in there.
Yeah. What's the other Saints? Who are the Saints playing? Saints are playing Eagles. Yeah, Saints Eagles.
Yes, Saints. I'm with
Megan?
Saints.
I'm gonna say Saints as well.
Cowboys Rams. I'm taking the Cowboys.
I got a feeling too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They actually played really good.
Yeah. I just have a feeling.
I think Cooper was a really
the
good.
Rams have been smelling their own shit for too long.
Yeah.
Hey, no, we don't stink.
I think that. Oh man, but roses really smell like poo poo.
Yeah, they do.
y'all remember.
So you're
that.
taking the Cowboys?
We'll take Cowboys. Yeah.
I will
Megan?
also take the Cowboys.
All
Ever since they've picked up Cooper, they've been a pretty good team. Like they've.
Yeah.
I think that was a
It
great.
just shows like the Raiders have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's over.
So I thought it'd be fun. Megan likes to. She knows all kinds of animal shit.
Oh,
That's incredible. So I thought we could do a recurring segment where Megan goes. She explains to us some cool shit about whatever cool animal she's into
Man,
this week.
listen.
Okay.
Now I've been into.
So
Okay,
here
so
we
this
go.
one is actually
We'll
a.
come up with the cool.
It's a
like,
pterosaur. It's a dinosaur, so it's from the Cretaceous period.
Uh-huh.
It's called the Quetzalcoatlus, and it is the largest pterosaur that has ever been. It stands at minimum 15 feet high. Its neck alone is 9 feet.
It's like a giraffe.
It's like the size of a giraffe, and its wingspan can go up to 50
That's terrifying.
feet. Yeah, it's super, super terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, super crazy. So it's actually, I don't know, it just, it's one of my favorite things to like research and stuff
Yeah.
because
Yeah, could you imagine?
imagine being next to that thing. It's like, so it's terrestrial. It walks on all fours, and by fours, it's the two hind legs, which are actually pretty long in itself, but it also like on its elbows where it's like wing, like
Oh my god.
like turns. It's the pinky wing turns into the rest of the wing. It'll like walk like that, and it'll just eat small dinosaurs and shit like that.
That's terrifying.
There was for a while they thought that it would like gallop at prey. So if you can imagine like a giraffe with wings
Galloping
just-
on its nubs.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, so it's and its
That's gonna
beak-
haunt me.
Yeah.
So
So its beak is 6 feet long. If that so it's like
Oh my god.
it's pretty scary.
See, I'm glad that they're not around.
They're not around, so that's good.
yeah,
there's-
because like you would be outside getting
Mm.
food, and
You would have no idea.
Fear this thing would just fucking hey, what's
Yeah.
up? It's standing behind you, like fucking.
Yeah,
I mean, the
fucking
most we
Cloverfield
worry about.
they
monsters.
think that's
Right.
why they had such long necks because like they're a long-necked,
How's that-
toothless pterosaur, which is weird.
How is that thing not on top of the food chain?
Because it can't. I don't know, honestly.
It's like it's almost like a super dinosaur.
Oh, it doesn't have
Super
teeth.
predator.
That one it doesn't have teeth, so. And they all didn't live at the same time, so this is the Cretaceous
Right.
for this bad boy. But still, it's just
Dude. It's something like that would haunt my dreams.
man, it's pretty cool.
I'm probably gonna have a dream about this.
They're
Yeah.
sweet.
Thinking of something like just galloping on its nubs,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
yeah.
eating everything in its sight.
So like there's a debate on if like it could have flown at all because it's so big. So it weighed probably around 550
So it's kind of
pounds.
like
But its bones were hollow, like birds. They had air sacs that they would fill with air so they could get off the ground. But it was
Wow.
just like how they got off the ground. Some people think that they like got a running start off of a cliff
this is
and then just
basically like,
soared.
it's just got like penguins. They have wings,
Right.
but they're useless.
Right. Or
Fucking
there's
useless piece
the
of shit.
like what was it? It's the quad launch. So like imagine like a frog basically just jumping into the air and then just flapping its wings real far fast, and it would some bats do
Yeah.
it. So it's like
It's pretty metal.
I like to imagine that if it was gonna sneak up on because it's so badass and it knows it's badass, it would like so like if you're looking the other direction and it was behind you, it'd be like hey, and then you would try and be like nah, like I mean like it would get itself going, so you would be like you're just paralyzed in fear as it just comes by and takes you out.
Yeah. They say that it uses its long neck to sneak up on predators because you wouldn't even know it was there. It could
You'd
stand
just stand
still
right
and just
over
like
That's terrible. See, it's like
scary.
the most we have to worry about is a fucking like
Mhm.
pissed off loose dog
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
area. I mean, there's no bears around here.
Right. There used to
Yeah.
be a galloping crocodile, so that's also scary. It's
Oh
called
my
the dog
God.
croc, is what the name is.
It's like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
had really
Dude.
long.
Dog Croc versus Wildeman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had a short snout and big eyes. Did you say Wildeman?
Wildeman. He's part wildebeest, part man.
Jesus.
It's
Yeah.
It's an idea.
Mastodon woman.
Master man.
Master man.
Yeah.
He's like an effeminate mastodon man.
Mastodon knots.
How would that
It's like,
even
dude,
look?
Mastodon have
Okay,
Mastodon.
okay, now we're getting crazy.
Oh, I'm
Bye-bye,
gonna eat you.
Mastodon.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna trample you to death.
Why would it even look like?
Don Knotts with a big
like
nose.
Don Knotts.
I don't know who Don Knotts
A
is.
hairy Don Knotts with a nose, like a real long, like trunk.
Yeah.
Real long.
Yeah.
Those things.
What? He's like, what do they have?
What
Trunk.
does he put in his? Oh, his nose. We'll have to get a picture of Don Knotts.
I'm gonna draw this up. Don Knotts and a
I'm
Macedon.
gonna draw Don Knotts.
Yeah.
Like I'll go through your book. What's all these doodles of Don Knotts? Oh no, don't look at those.
These are
it's-
projects I'm working on.
That's something I'm working on for Mom.
Yeah, she
Mom
likes
Sure.
that stuff.
That's
Oh
funny.
man.
Well, remember you wanted me to draw that? Like, I still need to draw it. It's been fucking years. You're like, I want you to draw me a picture of Larry the King.
Oh.
Or no,
is that
Well, we can't.
frog?
It's Larry King. We used to call him Larry the King.
Larry the King.
Yeah, Larry King as like a lizard.
Yeah. He looks like a lizard.
Yeah.
What, is he still alive?
It's Larry.
Sorry
King.
if I killed you, Larry King.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Larry King's alive.
Well, we
Let's
kept calling him Larry the King.
Yeah. Well, 'cause it was Jerry the King Lawler.
Larry the King Lizard.
Larry the King Lizard.
King
Yeah,
Lizard.
King Lizard. That's a fucking.
He's
That'd be-
totally still alive, bro.
Is he?
Yes.
That's a Ninja Turtles villain.
Yeah, that might be a good band name.
Larry the King Lizard.
He
King
has
Lizard.
5 children.
That dude got busy.
How old's the youngest one? I'm always interested by because like Mick
Yeah.
Jagger just had a kid not too long ago.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
46.
Yeah.
It's
Ugh,
pretty
ew.
fucking old.
That's gross. Mick Jagger. Not the kid, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe.
kids are gross
He's
too.
I don't know, but she was a model, wasn't she?
He's got the moves, I
Who?
guess.
Mick Jagger?
No, the person he had the baby with.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Mick Jagger's not a model. I'm well aware.
Wait a second.
He might have been back in the day.
Mick
I mean,
Not back in
Jagger.
the day. I've seen pictures of a young Mick Jagger.
dude,
He's
I know
disgusting.
a lot of women.
Yeah.
Ugh. So do I, and I don't understand.
Yeah, my mom. I
What?
think my mom was like, she thought Mick Jagger was hot.
Ugh. He had his mouth.
Yeah, it's the
It's
lips
freaking me
thing.
out.
Yeah, mom was like, oh, he's got them lips.
He's got that trouty mouth.
Ooh. I don't even remember how this song goes.
I don't remember either.
Remember in Celebrity
Got the
Deathmatch, him and
mouth.
Steven Tyler had a fight.
No.
Yeah, it was a fight I always
Where
wanted
they
to
just
see.
like wrestle each other with their lips.
They did. They got up. Oh, their lips turned into
like
like
a lip
box.
lock?
Yeah, I swear. Did you look it up? I remember what.
I believe you. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
Celebrity
wanna-
Deathmatch was like one of those things where I was like,
Wait, was that claymation?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's
yeah.
like some of these matches, I was kind of like, I'd fucking watch it.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
it's
that
like,
show was the shit
It was.
at first.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, the first one was like what? Marilyn Manson versus Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It was like, what's
There was a
going
lot
on
of
here?
bullshit on there.
Then it was like
Dang.
Hanson versus the Spice Girls.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, it was always like tag
Ooh.
team.
Then Manson kills them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say who would win in that battle,
Yeah.
realistically.
Who? Hanson and the Spice Girls?
Yeah.
I
The
just-
Spice Girls.
Yeah, there's more of
There's
them.
5 of them. The Hanson,
I don't know.
the Hanson.
The Hanson.
I don't know,
They're
man.
nothing.
They were cute though.
They
way
can't
back.
fight.
I don't know.
I used to hate those guys.
Oh,
I
I
was like,
used-
I was jealous
Man,
of them.
I loved Hanson.
I used to date this girl, and I was
Probably
like,
used to hate Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
dude.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas was
JTT,
my boy.
man,
He was
I
like my
had a
very
feud
first
with that
crush
asshole.
ever.
I remember.
He was like my very first crush
Yeah,
Oh
ever.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, like as Simba. Like that's what
Oh,
I'm talking.
shit.
Yeah.
I think mine was Kimberly from Power Rangers.
Ooh, Amy Jo Johnson.
That or wait, it depends on how old I was.
I did
Her-
like Tommy when a lot.
her
I like
or,
Tommy.
Kelly Kapowski.
Ooh, see, I was a big Kelly fan. I don't know. I like
Topanga.
Lisa Turtle though, man. I thought she was hot.
You like Jessie.
Nobody likes Jessie unless you watch Showgirls, and it was like, oh, I like Jessie.
That's one of the most stupid, most stupid movies. It's so stupid I couldn't even put a sentence together. That's one of the stupidest movies.
What is
I've
it?
ever
Well, it was fappening when you were like,
Fap-
Showgirls.
Did you say fappening?
Yeah.
yes, when you were like 11 years old, that's fappening.
That's true, because like if you had just come off Saved by the Bell, I'd be like, "Oh, Jessie's getting naked."
Oh.
I don't even know what
I was like-
Showgirls is.
I was like,
It's,
did I just see
It's
Bush?
about like strippers.
It's what?
It's about like strippers and shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
like she just, it's like one of those like, I think it's like one of those stories how a woman ends up becoming like she goes out to California to become an actress, then
Yeah.
she ends up doing
Mm.
porn instead. It's one of those-
Porn.
It was like
I
one of
mean-
those things. She goes to Las Vegas to like make something of herself, and then
Do you
next
remember
thing-
that
That's the city where
weird
you go.
ass sex scene where she's in the pool with that guy and she's flopping around like a dolphin?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it was very
God.
awkward. Like, yeah, it's like nobody does it like this.
it's fucking yeah. This isn't how it's supposed to go. From my reading.
Yeah, I don't know the show, so I can't.
Oh no,
I
it's
can't
It's usually
terrible.
sex is just like, are you done yet? It's just the other, yeah.
My back hurts.
You're just looking at each other like, are you? Did you get? Yeah, yeah.
It's fine. We
It's
can
hot.
I didn't.
Hey, you just want to agree to, we can just stop.
It's like I'll just.
I'm sweating.
I'll just finish. I'll go to the bathroom and finish. That's not how it is for you guys. I'm sorry. Me neither.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's always
Shit. Anyway, where was we?
We were talking about animals, and then we were talking about movies.
Yeah. I was reading today that. So remember I told you about the Loki TV show that they're putting on the Disney Plus streaming service.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they're doing a Loki TV show, and they've been really vague about it. And they're doing a Scarlet Witch and Vision, and then they want. I heard there's a Bucky and Falcon.
Oh okay.
They want to do. So some stuff came out today that the Loki show. Welcome to the Loki show. The Loki show. The Loki show might be like him as like from a kid to like a pre.
I don't want to see that
maybe
Loki.
like 20 years old.
No.
Like probably up until like.
No, I want Tom Hiddleston as my Loki
so
all
that's
the
big thing
time.
is that Tom Hiddleston wouldn't be on the show.
It's bullshit. I want to watch it.
They said that
I hope they're
could
paying
be there
attention.
in like a voiceover capacity. Like he might be like, oh, when I was 12, I remember doing this, and then it would.
If they
be
do
the
that,
show.
I want to see whenever he turns himself into a snake and then
Yeah, that's
stabs
the only
Thor.
thing I want to see from when he's a kid. I can't imagine people being interested in that if it's not Tom Hiddleston.
Well, it's like you already know what he's going to turn into, and you kind of already get a glimpse of what he was like when he was younger.
See, I thought I was interested to see what you would think of it
because I love prequels. Yeah, you're right. I do like a backstory, but I don't feel like it's necessary.
It's
just
weird.
Disney that they just try to make something out of anything.
There's some backstories that I feel like need to be told, like Black Widow.
Yeah.
If you don't know about Black Widow, then you need. First off, go to Wikipedia.
With Black Widow. Yeah.
Go to Wikipedia. But like, man, that shit's interesting, and that deserves like a prequel movie.
I find myself
fucking Captain Marvel's getting one. I mean,
I find myself into like that actually looks really good.
I love Brie Larson. I think
I do
she's
too.
great.
I like Brie Larson.
Yeah, I also didn't know Jude Law was in that movie, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Really?
He's,
Double damn.
Huh?
I said double damn.
Double damn.
Double damn.
Yeah.
See, I find myself the older I get, I like the characters that they're not over the top superpower.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of been into the vigilante type characters though, like Batman, Punisher. But it's like now that I'm older, I'm really more into those when they're like over the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like I just find myself going,
yeah. Dumb bitch.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, like she's essentially going to be that character.
Yeah.
For this, like for Endgame.
Yeah.
She's, they've said she's the strongest character.
Oh yeah.
They have right now. So she's going to come in and just blow Thanos to pieces or something.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They're going to set up a whole new cosmic.
Good.
Like array of. That actually might be when they lose me because I don't know much about like Nova and Atom and whatever else they're wanting to do. I don't know anything about Captain Marvel.
Dude, that's the thing. Like.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I had any of her comics. I don't think I do.
The only books
I thought
of
about
her
it
was when she was in parts of like Civil War II.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was.
Those are the only parts I have.
So I'm starting to question, like, my taste in comics because like they've only It's like I didn't like any of these comics growing up.
Yeah,
and now they're the biggest. They're like the biggest movies right now. It's like. It's not about what blockbuster movies coming out this summer. What comic book movies coming out this summer?
Yeah,
that's all I worry about because that's what draws the most money. And it blows my mind because I never thought that it'd ever come to this. Being a comic book fan when I was a kid, because it's like we had shit movies like the Batman movies, like the Batman. Like what I did like I still like the Tim Burton ones, like Batman and Batman Returns. But when like Schumacher took over, it was like complete dog
Batman
shit.
Returns. Is that the one with Freeze?
No,
that's Batman and Robin.
Pagan.
Batman Robin was the one with Freeze. That is awful.
It's amazingly awful. Like it's
so
epically.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I love to watch it because
it's
so funny.
I like that one more than I liked Batman Forever.
That was
Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah,
and the
that
Red
one,
Letter.
that one.
He ruined that movie for me. And then Tommy, I've always been a Two-Face fan, and he just like tried to make Two-Face comical, like he was like another Joker.
Like the same character. Like,
yeah,
Two-Face and Riddler in that movie are the same. They just look differently.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
And why is he like?
He's like actually purple, man.
Yeah, it's like.
Like this is realistic.
Yeah, I've seen acid burns before.
Yeah, that's
this dude. This dude
Wait
looks
a
like he
second.
rubbed his face, like he got half his face rubbed against Barney's suit, like, and it's like, that looks.
That's your cousin Fuchsia.
Yeah. That's, hi Fuchsia, what's up, girl?
One love. Hey Fuchsia.
That shit's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
But it's like
That Batman movie.
to get. But it's like I question my taste on comic books because it's like they have yet to make a good Punisher movie. That's always been my favorite. Other than because Deadpool's always been my favorite since I was young, and that's what kind of aggravates me too. It's like how Deadpool is so big now. A part of me is like I'm happy because it was such a great character.
Yeah, like he's finally getting like his just desserts.
Right.
Actually, I don't think that's the right phrase there.
It's getting its due
He's finally
recognition.
getting what he deserves.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like I like the fact that he was kind of a underground type character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's like Ryan Reynolds does such a great job with it.
Yeah.
It was like when they said that he was casted as Wade Wilson in that Wolverine movie.
A terrible rendition.
And that's another thing I'm
Deadpool.
getting at. It's like my favorite comic book was always X-Men. Growing up, I was such a big X-Men fan, and they have two movies I like.
First Class.
I love
Days of Future Past.
I love Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I like First Class. The rest of them, dog shit.
Yeah, like
even the Wolverine movies.
I feel like
Except for the
Apocalypse
last
could
one.
have been good if it was
Logan's
two
good.
movies. Like if they would have split like Apocalypse into two, you give more time to set some shit up. But
I
they were
agree.
Like, they were
Yeah.
they were in such a hurry.
It had such potential.
Man,
Because you had
know what the best part of that movie is?
Psylocke.
Psylocke's pretty good.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say what the fuck is his name? The dude who plays Quicksilver, man. I love him so much. Evan Peters.
Evan
Man,
Peters,
he's just so great. I'm not saying that because like I watched American Horror Story the first season. That's the only season I watched. But
oh man, that's the best.
He's just
I think that's the
great.
best
I've
season.
never seen an episode of that.
he's
You would
oh
hate it.
yeah no yeah I like him in that one.
You wouldn't like it.
Well, I know
Loser.
you're not a big horror buff, so.
Me either.
No,
I don't like
that's true,
scary
yeah.
things at all. But I watched American Horror Story. I'm gonna be honest with you. The very first season, the very last episode, I put it on mute and I fast forwarded it through a lot of it because I could not deal with it. It was so fucking
it's
weird.
creepy. Dude, the fucking
That latex man really freaks me out. I had nightmares about him. I had to sleep with all the lights on in my apartment. No.
That kind of freaks me out too, man.
It's because he wasn't real.
Well,
It's like a demon
you ever watch People Under the Stairs?
No.
Dude, it's like one of
Nope.
my it's one of my all-time favorite horror films. Okay. Yeah, it's let's see. It's probably like in early 90s. I guess when it came out cuz I watched it when I was young, but anyway, it's kind of a ridiculous movie. But there's a guy, I won't get too much into it, but there's a guy basically running around with a shotgun with like a fucking like a bondage latex suit like that.
Oh.
And it kind of fucked with me when I was a kid.
Right.
It was weird.
Interesting.
So it's like I see that same kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of like kind of.
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This
I like that.
scariest movie I watched when I was a kid was Jaws.
That is a scary
Dude,
movie.
Man,
Jaws changed the game.
Yeah.
it really did, man.
Yeah.
And that movie came out in the 70s
When did Jaws come out?
or the 80s,
I
late
want to say
70s,
mid 70s.
mid 70s. Yeah.
I want to say like
and
75.
I watched it like when I was like
I'll look that up real quick.
5.
Yeah.
This shit scared me. We
Dude,
went to
it's-
Universal when
Oh.
when Jaws was still a ride because it's no longer a
Yeah.
ride there. But my dad put his hand in the water and that fucking fin just comes
75.
out. And like I was like screaming at my dad because I thought he was gonna get pulled in by a goddamn shark. I was pissed. I was 5. Don't do that to a 5-year-old. I could not handle it.
Yeah, Jaws is
anxieties
great. Like I love that shit because it's like
It made you scared of the ocean, bro.
Well, it's like a lot of it is it's scary when you don't see things.
Yes.
So it's just like it just shows water and it's like, man, there's a fucking shark in there. I know it. It's like that's what makes it scary.
Yeah.
And there's too
True.
many things nowadays. I mean, there's been some things that have come out that are hopefully going to change the game, but there's too many things now. It's like, hey, look how scary this zombie is. Let's let's show it
Yeah.
all movie,
And
make
then
it, and make
let's
it see how
also-
stupid it looks.
Yeah, and let's
That's what I
also
cut-
make it sound like a freaking pterodactyl.
See, that's what I liked about Bird Box. I liked the fact that they didn't show what they looked like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Unless you, the guy that the what was his name, Gary.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you've seen it?
I watched it.
You watched it. Oh, I won't.
I you can talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay,
gonna watch
okay.
it.
It's like, oh shit! Spoiler alert.
Like, I already told her the plot of the movie.
Okay. Yeah, the guy that Gary guy. He had sketches. The guy that was insane.
Yeah.
He had sketches of what, like, I think that's what they looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that to me was like, oh, that's cool. That's like,
Yeah.
but they all look different. So it's kind of like
Hmm.
but they were creepy looking.
What the problem I had with that? Well, one of the problems I had with that movie is I don't understand how. Like, I know that they say that those crazies. I assume that they're able to not murder themselves because they don't like know what fear is or something.
Yeah.
Like, I could figure that out for myself, but you know how like there's always a character in movies who just like, it's like they have to explain or they will say something that explains a thing to the audience.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have said, "How are they not killing themselves?" And then somebody else would have said,
Yeah.
"Maybe they don't understand fear," or something to that effect. And then at the end of the movie, when they're at that house, and then like that group of
The blind.
huh?
Oh, the people.
The
Okay.
group
oh,
of
I know what you're talking about now.
of a crazies show
Yeah.
up and like how have they like they're crazies. How do they understand that they need to stick together? And how have they made it 5 years or whatever it's been?
I see that.
They're crazy. Like
yeah.
they're so crazy that they don't understand fear. But they were like, look, we should probably band together here
Right.
because this is going to be the best way to stay alive.
Probably because there are different levels of crazy.
Well, I mean, they're obviously so crazy that they don't understand fear, or else they'd be dead.
Let's break it down into fiction as well.
It doesn't make
Let's break it down.
sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Let's go with Batman. Okay, how come that's almost like Riddler, Bat and Joker and Catwoman, they're all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And they always team up.
They
and-
do always team up. Ooh,
Yeah.
I know.
shit.
So I'm breaking it
That's
down.
fine.
But it's
No, I get that. They're not so crazy that they don't understand what fear is.
yeah.
That's next level crazy.
Maybe I don't
I
know.
guess you're
You
I
don't
don't know.
understand. You can't comprehend basic human emotion.
Right. So yeah, why would they?
Well, because just because like I said, just because they're crazy doesn't mean that they don't understand that part. Like a lot of
I
so
guess,
like they
yeah.
could be like sociopaths. I mean they're not afraid of anything, but they're also very manipulative.
I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not looking for an answer from you guys. I'm just saying that was part of.
We're just having a no. We're just
Well,
having
no,
a-
I didn't want you to be like, well, this is what.
Oh, excuse
I-
me.
Well, I know you say that I'm never satisfied when I get answers
mean,
from people.
You're not.
I just like to challenge things.
No,
But,
I see where you're going.
I did like the movie though. Like, it's worth watching once.
Yes, I didn't love it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's the greatest movie I've ever seen."
I don't understand people like freaking out.
Everyone
about
is
it.
so good about this
Yeah.
girl I work with. She's like, I don't understand. She's like, I'm tired of people talking about fucking Bird Box. It made me
It was
laugh.
good. Here's how. Remember the movie The Happening?
You said that.
Yeah.
To me, it is a better version of that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what Nate
It's a
said.
better version of that.
Yeah, and then it's like until I figured out what The Happening was about, what was causing these people to do this. I was like, okay, I liked it until I understood what the twist, because
Yeah.
Oh,
it's an
it's-
M.
I'm
Night
not
Shyamalan.
yeah.
It's like The Mist, like the one that they made into a movie, where like you're okay with everything, and
Yeah.
then everybody dies,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're pissed because then the mist disappears, and you're like, the fuck?
Yeah, he fucking murders his family, and then the army shows up.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking way.
It's like,
I
are
was
you-
so pissed.
Are you fucking kidding?
I was fucking mad.
You know what the best part of the movie is? When he shoots that one bitch at that grocery
Yeah.
store.
Yeah, fuck that woman.
Yeah, she was the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah, it's like kudos to her for like the job that she did with that character.
She's a
Man,
hell of an
really
actress.
though.
She does so well with it. It's like, I want you to die in real life. I hate you.
I
for
love
this.
it.
Yeah,
See,
it's like Umbridge. She's
Yeah,
she's that she got that
Oh
Umbridge.
my
Umbridge is the worst
God.
thing that ever happened.
I hate Umbridge.
Oh yeah.
I hate movie Umbridge more than I hate book Umbridge. And book Umbridge is, I feel like, more in depth and more like, you hear more about
Yeah.
her and all the shitty things that she
Yeah.
did. But for whatever reason, goddamn that pink ass goddamn suit thing.
like, oh, you
I'm gonna
just
jump through the
don't.
screen and strangle you.
I'm
She's a
gonna
hell of an
strike
I
actress.
hate her.
through
I mean,
you.
she was really
Yeah,
good.
if you
She was great.
it's one of those things like it goes to wrestling. It's like if you can get me to fucking hate you, you are doing a hell of a job. So
Heck
like,
yeah.
like that's like that. I always said that Triple H was like the greatest heel.
Yeah.
Especially in like that
So
was
you
that
get
Ruthless
real
Aggression era when he was like head of Evolution.
Yeah.
I fucking hated him because he was always champion.
Well, he come out and start the show every week with a 40-minute.
Yeah.
He just goes
And
ring
the
talk.
game.
Shut up.
Evolution. Like, oh my god.
That's it right there. That's
I
a
don't
perfect
give
Triple
a
H.
shit. Yeah. That was why I like shit attempted a Triple H impression. But like he was so.
I didn't know him as a heel, so I don't know.
Oh man, he's a great. I like him when he's a face because he's really fun. He's a really funny dude.
Yeah.
But he's a really good heel, and I couldn't stand
like
him.
Believable.
Oh yeah,
I hate the ones that are just like, I'm a heel, but like they're so bad at it. I'm just like, would you just shut the fuck up? Not because like I hate you, because like I'm just like, would you just stop talking?
Today's like I say today's best heel is like I would say probably Miz. That guy's
Isn't he face now?
He's face, but like
yeah,
he is face now.
I hate that
man. The
motherfucker.
Miz was the fucking pits, man. I hated that fucker.
He was on the Real World, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I hated
him on the
him.
Real World.
Yeah.
I hate him because I think he's a dog shit wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he's just dog shit.
Yeah. He
But,
was human
like,
shit.
He's gotten better.
Yeah.
But like I actually became a fan of him because
My nose is cold.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was feeling Megan's nose.
I became a fan of him when he like went like Super Saiyan heel. When
You mean, like, when he spiked his hair up.
he spiked his hair.
Did he
Because
wear-
he became Broly.
Did he fly around on a Nimbus? cloud?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
That was part of his gimmick.
No,
Look,
but like what I'm
he's
saying,
on
like
that fly.
what I mean by Super Saiyan heel, he went like mega heel. Like when Daniel Bryan couldn't wrestle anymore, and he was like the GM of
Man.
SmackDown. He's like, I'm gonna go out there and do what you can't do. I'm gonna wrestle. And I'm like, oh shit.
I love
Yeah.
Daniel
Oh,
Bryan.
that's like
It's
you
just
just became a heel, like a good heel.
It took that long for him to,
Yeah.
because a lot of time he was getting like, so you know how there's heat because you're good at being a heel, and there's heat because you suck.
Yeah.
For
See,
a lot of time he was getting heat because he sucked.
yeah, he sucks.
Like-
I still don't get. Like I still like he's gotten better in the ring, but he's still like to me not. It just makes it still
He's
makes
like
me.
Cena. Cena's never been a very good wrestler,
No.
but he just
Hogan.
found a niche, and Hogan's one of the
The Rock's not
he's
good
one of the worst.
The Rock's not a good wrestler.
Dude, but nobody could flop around the ring like The Rock.
Yeah.
Like after getting a Stone Cold Stunner, he's bouncing off all the ropes. And
Yeah. He's great at overselling. But
nobody
like,
could oversell like The Rock.
yeah. But it's like you're good at being. It's just back to like if you're good at being like getting me to hate you as like when you're acting, you're doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Or like in vice versa. Like if you're good in like getting me to like love you, like that's like dude, you're great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I actually feel for this person. Like
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
like if it's
I'm-
genuine, it's genuine.
Yeah. I'm not like watching stuff, and I think they think that we watch and go, oh, this guy's a heel, I need to boo him, or this person's face, I need to cheer for him. It's like
Yeah.
when I used to watch, it was like I will form my opinion by watching you, not going, oh, you got streamers on, it's a good person, cheer for him, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if they tried to do that with too many people, like I think people started to see through it, and that's what kind of started this whole revolution of them cheering for like Daniel Bryan, and they weren't happy about it.
Right.
And
Well, I mean, Vince kind of ruined wrestling to begin with the whole like said basically wrestling's fake. It's there's no kayfabe, and kayfabe is what made wrestling special. Because they're like you'd get fans like believed in wrestling, I believed when I was a kid. I thought
back in
wrestling
the
was
day,
real. Yeah, but there was like grown ass adults, like middle aged men that would like. There's been like stories I've like heard where wrestlers got attacked, stabbed, shot at
Shit.
by fans because they were such good heat.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, tell Megan the story about Bret Hart.
Oh my god.
When you were a kid.
Oh my god. I remember. I
actually know who Bret Hart is, so this is gonna be fun.
He's the
Bret
best
Hart.
singer, best
Bret
always,
Hart
best
was
ever will
like
be.
big deal to me when I was a kid. Bret Hart.
Did he have your heart?
Oh, Bret Hart had
still
my
has
heart. He still actually has.
Robbie
He
has
still
dreams about
has
him.
my heart.
Oh, Brad. Sharpshooter.
Oh, I love
Stop
you.
it. No.
Give me a sharpshooter.
Atomic drop. But anyway,
Dude, he had a great atomic drop.
yeah, great.
Anyways.
It was when Yokozuna bonsai dropped him, and he kind of sat on him, and
Yokozuna was a big guy.
He's sumo. It was
like 400 or 500 pounds.
Oh,
he was
shit.
he was humongous.
Okay.
He I freaked out because I was like I thought wrestling was real. I was like, get off of him! You're gonna kill him! Get your fat ass off of him! My mom's like Robbie. And I'm like, I'm like having a meltdown, dude. I was like, I urged like almost had tears in my eyes. Like, he's gonna kill my hero.
Yeah, he's gonna get your fat ass off.
Get your fat ass off, and you're gonna kill him.
I'm imagining like a little Robbie just like.
I was
just pissed.
so
Just like,
devastated,
"No."
man. I was like, get your fat ass off, bro.
That's funny.
Not.
I mean, I thought Power Rangers were real when I was little.
I still think they're real.
I wanted to be a Power Ranger, so it's fine.
I did.
Yeah, I did too. I was Green
you
Ranger.
didn't want to be a Power Ranger, then fuck you.
Well, I mean, people that are like not our age, obviously.
They still
You
make
know
Power
what?
Rangers though.
They should still want to be a Power Ranger.
Cause I'm sure, like my mom hated Power Rangers. Like she thought it was the stupidest shit ever. And now that I'm an adult,
Pretty,
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
now that I'm an adult,
Now it's pretty.
and we're talking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
like,
no,
that's
not
the
in-
only thing I watch.
No,
It's only
none
Mighty
of that
Morphin.
shit
I made it-
afterwards.
I made it to
Dinosaurs.
Zeo4.
There
I
was like
got
the
into
dino.
I got into Zeo a little bit.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it was
I-
right. It was the
That's
one.
that came after.
Yeah, right after.
Okay.
Because like it still had the same characters. Like Tommy was.
Did it?
Yeah.
I stopped watching as soon as they changed. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Me
not
too. I was
my
like, what the
like.
fuck is this?
I didn't
Give it a
understand what was
chance.
going on. I'm like, why are they?
Yeah.
It's been
They
so many
had-
years.
They had like one that was like Power Rangers SDT or SPP.
There were
But I used to call it
H-
Power Rangers.
power.
HIV.
Yeah, I used to call it Power
Tommy
Rangers
got
STD.
sick.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh no, Zordon!
Tommy, let's go. We gotta go fight these guys. I can't, guys. I got HIV.
Oh, dude.
What's that? And it turns into like an after-school special.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Or like I can't think of his name.
Louis the Lightning Bug?
No, the guy in the tube.
Zordon.
Zordon. Sorry. He has to explain to them what HIV is, even though they're all like
Jesus
in their
Christ,
30s,
this is
and they
going
don't-
south.
What is that? He's like, man, I really thought you would know this by now."
Rangers.
Rangers.
See, when a boy loves a girl but doesn't want to wear a condom, he gets HIV. So
Always use protection.
yeah, you will get HIV if you don't wear a condom.
It'll happen.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Anyway,
On to
G.I.
lighter
Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle. But
That's
all right,
right.
so we're kind of talking about wrestling.
Yeah, we'll do this and then maybe we'll wrap it up.
Let's see. There's a new promotion coming out. Started by the Elite.
Yeah, this is actually pretty exciting. Explain to people who don't know who that is.
The
what
Elite
that
is well, they were a branch off the Bullet Club. They were which consists of Cody Rhodes, Adam Page, the Young Bucks. Let's see. Who is it? Who's help funding this?
oh, it's Shad Khan.
yeah,
I
from-
believe, the owner of the Jags.
Jaguars. Yes.
I think that's his name.
But yeah, they're starting their own promotion called AEW, which is All Elite Wrestling. I guess they have some great things as far as like they have they're trying to get benefits for the wrestlers as far as like medical insurance and
Oh,
stuff, which I think that's a great idea.
Do they not have that?
Yeah,
I don't no WWE. I'm sure they don't.
Oh my
they don't like offer.
They don't offer any. I'm
What
sure
the
they-
fuck?
Yeah. So like
Jeez.
when they have an injury, they have to pay out of pocket, which they do get paid millions of fucking dollars. So they should.
Yeah,
be able
but
to-
like,
Some do.
Yeah.
Not all of them do.
That's fucked
But
up.
anyway,
do they have to sign like an accidental like death thing? Like, do you think that's included in their contract?
Probably now after Owen Hart died.
Oh yeah, he had like that heart attack on stage.
No, he fucking.
oh he
He was coming down from the rafters and the thing snapped or whatever, and he came down and hit his neck on the ring post, I think.
yeah
Or on
yeah
the rope, one of the two. Yeah, he came down, fucking smacked
Oh my
his eye.
fucking
But
god!
he fell like several feet, so it
he
would have
fell
probably
from
killed him
pretty
anyway.
high up. Yeah.
If it didn't kill him, it would have probably permanently,
Yeah.
damaged him for the rest of his life.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
God damn.
But
That makes my heart hurt. Whew.
with this AEW, do you think it'll flop?
I don't know. I saw today where apparently I learned from the Wrestling Observer Radio that Vince and H offered Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Page like a crazy amount of money.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Like over $1 million, which is pretty substantial for like new people like that.
Oh yeah,
It was so it's in, and then they offered him a 6-month kind of like get out of jail free card where it was like if they don't like the direction that their character is going, they can just leave.
They should fucking give it to everybody.
And they gave him like a creative control and everything. Like it was a big deal, and they still said no.
Well, I see. Here's probably what it was. Cody Rhodes got treated like dog shit. Actually, the Rhodes family has been treated like shit since since Dusty Rhodes. Then Goldust. I mean, he was handed. I always dug the gimmick, but it's kind of a shit gimmick. Yeah. It really is. So it's like Cody, resents them a lot, and I think it was like, I don't give a fuck how much money you offer me, and he probably like, hey, I've been in this promotion. What they say is bullshit. Yeah, it's like you probably told them like, hey,
I think it'll work.
I think it will too.
If you believe in it enough, you get enough talented people, you book them all. I mean, like it's a lot of ifs, but. There are enough people out there who are starving for good wrestling,
right?
That they'll figure out a way to watch it. It's going to be about getting it out to the most people that can see it.
Right.
Whether they find some sort of TV or they make a deal with YouTube or Hulu or something. Get it out there.
I think being funded by Khan, which he's a multi-billionaire, that's really going to help them because
he fucking dwarfs Vince McMahon's money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the McMahon multi-million.
Yeah. And
it's a millionaire.
On the XFL again.
Yeah.
So he'll be broke.
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't happen, but
I don't know. It just depends how they go about it this time. Because last time they tried to make it into like wrestling, where there was like commentators were arguing.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
They used to do like a fumble rooski to forget who won the ball first. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
I think it'll work.
I hope it does. Because the best. We grew up in the best era of wrestling because we had the Monday Night Wars. We had WC. Because I was more of a WCW guy. I liked WWE. I liked guys. I liked. Like I loved Bret Hart. I mean, when he went to WCW, it was even better. Even though it sucked for him, they shit on him. But it's like I liked WWE guys. Like I liked, like when Piper was over there because Piper's my all-time favorite wrestler. But it was like I liked Stone Cold. I liked The Rock. I liked Triple H, Undertaker. I liked guys like that. But I was like. NWO, Sting, DDP.
That was really it. Like
Goldberg, Raven.
Like for WCW, like
the cruiserweights.
They had a couple good years.
Yes.
Of like high quality because of NWO and Sting. But once they had to find new ideas, that was kind of it for them.
Yeah, because they kept just going back to NWO.
It's like, let's bring the NWO back. We'll put fucking Jeff Jarrett in it.
Oh, see, Jeff Jarrett was the end of days. End of days.
That is Jeff Jarrett is the
Jeff
end of
Jarrett.
days.
Jeff Jarrett's he's a great talent, good wrestler. Good on the mic. Good. But it's just Jeff Jarrett. Because remember he's come out like Double J and like he'd sing country music and shit. It was just weird. It didn't do anything for me. No.
This isn't doing anything for me.
But it's like the whole slap nuts thing and the fucking don't piss me off thing and the guitar smash. I could get kind of behind it, but it was like when you made him your world champion, I was like, dude.
These guys don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, there's like this guy's not. He's always going to be like higher mid card. Yeah. Like Intercontinental champion. And that's what he was in WWE. And like he obviously thought he was more than that.
You are delusional.
So he jobs to China.
Delusional,
and it's good. But anyway, okay, so here's back to the AEW. Here is who has signed so far. So Cody and Brandy Rhodes. Brandy Rhodes is Cody's wife. She's also a wrestler. I think she did some like announcing in NXT. Pretty sure. I should have looked more into that, but anywho, with the rest of the elite, which would consist of Adam Page, Hangman, Young Bucks. Young Bucks is a tag team. They're brothers. They're a tag team. But these guys come from like ROH, Ring of Honor. They were part of the Bullet Club, which is, if you know wrestling, Bullet Club's like basically the new NWO.
Yeah, you'll see their shirts like a Hot Topic and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of what made the elite the Bullet Club, the elite like so popular because of their shirts at Hot Topic. I mean, that's probably why the WWE wants them so bad, because they can get some kind of,
they can sell. Yeah,
and that's probably what
merch.
it is.
Yeah.
Let's see, Britt Baker, she signed with them. That's Adam Cole. If anybody knows Adam Cole he was part of the Bullet Club. He's actually in NXT right now. He's a pretty popular guy. He
Cole, baby.
yeah, he was a big deal in ROH, New Japan. But yeah, she was actually on Raw. She jobbed to Nia Jax. So she
sucks.
Yeah, Nia Jax sucks. She was the Monster Factory Girls champion, Wrestling Circus tag champ with Adam Cole. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like I couldn't imagine being in a tag team with my wife, but it'd be kind of cool.
I feel like if there was any tag team, it would be you and Brittany.
Yeah.
Honestly.
She'd probably do most of the wrestling.
You just be yelling at her the whole time.
Yeah.
Tag me in, goddammit!
What the fuck? Don't tap
That
out.
would be very entertaining.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. No, that's not how I would have done it.
She'd be doing all the wrestling, and I'd be over there talking shit the whole time.
Yeah.
I'd be definitely the mouthpiece of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. CIMA, CIMA. L. Lindemann.
Lindemann.
Takehiro Yamamura and T-Hawk are Japanese pro wrestlers from Dragon Gate. T-Hawk was in New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian.
There we go. Now I know these names.
Oh, yeah. These guys have been around for a long time.
You're still wrestling?
They're quality.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're veterans.
Yeah.
Did a lot of things with TNA, Ring of Honor, in Japan. So they've been around. If
they're
you
quality. Oh, yeah, they know what they're doing.
Dude, Chris Daniels is great. Both guys are amazing wrestlers. I've always been a big Chris Daniels fan ever since I seen ROH back in early 2000s. So I've been watching him for a while. And let's see.
So like Jericho signed. That's a big deal.
Yes. Chris Jericho. So if you know wrestling, everybody knows Chris Jericho.
Everybody knows Chris Jericho.
Even if you don't know wrestling, he's a singer of Fozzy.
Fozzy.
Are they pretty big or like decently?
Yes.
Oh wait, weren't they on the radio the other day?
Yeah, they're
Like,
all
what
over the
fuck?
Blitz. And,
Interesting.
I think.
Does he have a podcast still? Didn't he have a podcast?
Yeah, he's talk with Jericho.
Oh yeah, talking Jericho.
I don't like. I think I saw him at wrestling like a year ago when we were watching or something, and I was just like, he's still doing shit. Like,
dude, he's
dude.
still around, man. He's
honestly,
always doing shit.
we were doing a thing talking about who's the greatest of all time as far as wrestling. And I'm like, well, you got to break it down to like who's the greatest wrestler, who's the greatest technical wrestler, who's the greatest entertainer, who's the great, who's. And I was like, I broke it down. Who is the greatest of all time, as far as like well-rounded, like all-rounded, like who could do it all? I said Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho has the greatest mic skills.
Yeah, I was gonna say he talks real well on the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
like,
amazing.
no one's been able to reinvent themselves as many times and
Right.
make them as like so successful.
Right.
Because he's had how many different styles and gimmicks and things, and it's like
He makes
I
it
think the
work.
last time I saw him, he was wearing
It's like
chaps, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
They'll hand him something
What in
so
the
dumb,
fuck?
like the whole list thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh my god,
amazing.
you're on
Yeah.
the list.
Yes, I love that shit. I was like,
so over. He
I was
got a
like,
piece
yeah.
of paper over. Like that's incredible.
that's the thing. It's like people would have a meltdown over it, and that's like it's like, no, I made the list.
Yeah, everyone's
oh shit.
Yeah, the list.
Like, yeah, fuck that guy. He's on the list.
Somebody, fuck that guy. Man, fuck that guy. He's on the list.
Oh man.
Dude, like I used to love when he would go, you know what you're gonna get?
It. He's just so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He'd do the whole like, never again.
Yeah, again. My favorite Jericho moment, and we can probably wrap this up here soon, was when he was in WCW, and Dean Malenko used to be the man of 1,000 holds.
Oh my
That was his
God.
gimmick. He was the man of 1,000 holds.
Yep.
Holes.
So, holds.
Oh, I think
I
it's
had
holes.
1,000 holes.
He said holes, and I was
Trying
like,
to
I'm
find my
sorry,
holes.
what?
Go ahead, do it.
I've held whole 1,000 of them.
He came out with like this huge thing of paper, not like one big piece, you know what I mean, a big stack of paper.
Okay.
And he was going to list all 1,000 holds.
Because he was man with 1,001 holds.
Yeah. So Jericho was the man of 1,001 holds. And
Okay.
Jericho was gonna list all of Dean Malenko's moves. So he's in the middle of the ring listing these moves. They go to commercial, and he comes back, and he's still doing it. It's the best. It was fucking awesome. That's my favorite Jericho moment ever.
I think when Jericho signed with this AEW, I think that right there, it might be right there's like competition.
Yeah.
Especially with WWE, because like they know. I mean, he's been how many times? He's like 6-time champion.
Something like that.
Yeah. As far as like world champion or WWE champion, right there's. But then, what's this do? I mean, how's this stack up against like other promotions as far as like Impact and?
It's already better than Impact.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna have more.
But ROH, Ring of
fanfare.
Honor, like this really hurts Ring of Honor because
Yeah.
like a lot of the guys that have signed, like the Elite, came from Ring of Honor. I think this really hurts them but they're like one of those promotions that just keep
Oh yeah, they'll
putting
find more
out.
guys.
Yeah, they
It's
keep
just-
putting out these
yeah.
guys.
They just have to look a little bit harder.
I think this kind of hurts. Seeing that a lot of guys come from Japan, this hurts out like Dragon Gate. It hurts New Japan a little bit. So I think this is going to be. I'm excited about this because I think it's like we're getting the territorial things back.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about wrestling. You had WCW, you had WWE.
Memphis
Well,
and
it
all that
was
stuff.
just like McMahon ruined wrestling. I think as far as wrestling. I mean, I understand it's a business. It's a business. I mean, when it comes
It's
to
also
business,
entertaining.
yeah.
When
He's
you
all about
lose
entertainment.
when you're not
But
entertaining.
McMahon bought out all the territory, all the territories, because there was like NWA, there was like what was it, like Smoky Mountain Wrestling, there was like NWA,
Yeah.
and there was what became WCW?
I don't remember.
I forget. But anyway, he bought all the he bought all the territories, so it was like all you had left was WCW and WWF for the longest time. And then it was depending what part of the United States you lived in, you got certain promotions.
Gotcha.
And then when like Vince bought them all, it was just like, well, that's like now I have to watch this shit.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm gonna name off the rest of these guys, and then let's see, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, CZW, which is Combat Zone Wrestling, Major League Wrestling, Joey Janela is Combat Zone Wrestling, House of Glory, WXW, Pac. This is a great one. Pac is also Neville. Remember Neville?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big deal. Big deal. Like he was a big deal in NXT, which is
Cool.
WWE's.
Yeah.
They're developmental. Kind of got. I don't blame the guy for leaving WWE. Got shit on from the start. I did like the King of Cruiserweights thing. That was pretty sweet. Came back as a heel. He kind of looks like a dark elf from. From Thor. He looks menacing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's a badass wrestler.
Yeah, he's a really good wrestler. He's
Amazing
really
wrestler. Penelope Ford. She's from Combat Zone Wrestling, and Scorpio Sky. Guy did MMA. He was a TNA and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. So, yeah, I think I'm excited about this. It's great to have more than one promotion. Hopefully it works out for him. I'm hoping it. I think it's going to. But also here there's rumors of Goldberg signing.
I mean, they're gonna like announce a lot of stuff, but I think they'll also try to keep a lot of it quiet. So when they come out, it's like, holy shit, did you see X, Y, and Z last night?
Right, and there's rumors of like guys from WWE might be joining.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah,
like throughout the year, people will leave the I'm not fucking resigning here. I'm going over here with a lot more fun.
Like Nakamura.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
I fucking shit myself with AJ Styles.
I hate AJ Styles.
What?
I don't like him. I've never liked him. I
He's
don't
a phenomenal
like him.
one.
He just, I don't know his face.
Are you sure you don't mean Seth Rollins?
I do hate Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I don't know if we could talk wrestling, Megan.
This is no.
Those are like two of my favorite
I,
guys.
I don't like Seth Rollins as a wrestler. I like him as a person because I've seen his Instagram, man, and he's super motivational, and he's like I feel like he's probably a really good dude.
CrossFit Jesus, man.
Yeah. Man, and I really like him as a person. As a wrestler, I would rather eat shit.
That's all right.
Then look at his face.
Man. Eat shit. At least you're honest about it.
I don't like his stupid face on wrestling. I don't know why.
I don't like your stupid
Dude,
face.
there's also rumor that Jim Ross, good old JR,
good old JR.
him and his barbecue sauce are probably going to go over to AEW.
I'm taking my barbecue sauce over here.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce on that button.
But that's all I got for today.
Awesome. Well, that's a good first show.
Cool, yeah.
I think we'll call it. All right. Well, hopefully you guys continue to tune in to the Footlong Pony podcast exclusively on YouTube. Guys, you want to say bye?
Thanks for listening.
Peace out. Peace out.